Should Starbucks and Dunkin' Donuts be worried that McDonald's is getting more aggressive in coffee? We've got two coffee experts who are ready to throw down. Joining us from Coffee Talk magazine is Kerri Goodman and Dan Cox from Coffee Enterprises. Kerri, do you believe McDonald's will make a real dent in the coffee battle?
I believe that they are going to be significant in the coffee battle, yes. I think that there should be some worries about that. I think it can be a good thing, except that if McDonald's is coming in with coffee and their strategy is to make it less expensive and cheaper, then we're going to hurt the industry, because specialty coffee is all about quality, and we really have to make sure that we're not training consumers that they should pay less for a good cup of quality.
Sorry, Kerri, if I was McDonald's, I'd give coffee away or make it a quarter. I'm serious. Get them in the door. They'll get 2 Egg McMuffins.
And that's really great for a short-term thinking, but if a long-term thinking, if they're going to start doing that and these coffee producers are going to now have more pressure on them to bring their prices down, they're barely making a living right now and feeding their families, and if they can't afford to grow the coffee, we're not going to have coffee.
But Dan, here's the thing. I mean, I think it's an actually fantastic time for McDonald's to expand its coffee line, because coffee prices have dropped about 30% over the past year, and they make great margins on this.
And they have dropped, the prices have dropped, and the producers are losing their money and their incomes, and we've got to get the prices back up, and we've got to train consumers that specialty coffee costs more.
Dan, what do you think on this? Is it going to be a big threat to Starbucks and to Dunkin' Donuts, or is there room for coffee for all?
There's tons of room. There's tons of room, and there's some really big significance between the three. Number one, McDonald's owns breakfast. Point blank, 64% of the drive-through business goes through for McMuffins. The problem is they don't own coffee, and they're really not that clear on their coffee strategy yet. They don't have an in-house coffee guru. These guys need somebody in-house to run the place. These guys, however, do have a coffee guru, and they're doing well, but it's not the same customer. The person that goes to Starbucks is not going to be the same person that goes to either one of these two. I shopped this about an hour ago. $1.87 for a small, $1.41 for a medium, a small, and $1.62. Dunkin' is a fantastic company, but they're not national. They're east of the Mississippi, 7,500 units nationwide, but they run on Dunkin' coffee. The significant difference is this is a coffee company disguised as a donut chain. This is a Egg McMuffin trying to get into the business, and Mr. Thompson's pretty smart. He realized their #1 product last year was their frappe. Did a fantastic job. And Mr. Howard over here, he just keeps going through and going through, but his strategy is international. So for drip coffee in the United States, first, there's plenty of room. Second, they also own drive-through. They got into drive-through late, and Dunkin' has got into drive-through a little late. And as you know, we love to drive and talk on our phones and eat and drink at the same time. So I am very optimistic that the more these guys do, and they also own marketing and they own distribution, the better off coffee drinkers will be. The more coffee we'll consume in the United States, the more coffee we consume, I think the better it is for the industry.
I think then we could sum it up as basically the coffee industry sounds a lot like today's childhood. Everybody's a winner. Right, Kerri? Everybody's going to win?
Absolutely.
Fantastic.
Absolutely.
Dan, thank you very much. Different strokes
I hope so.
for
Thank
different
you.
folks. I prefer Winchell's out west.
A coffee bean medal for everybody.